What up, and welcome to another episode of the Back of the Class podcast. All three of us is in here at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
At the same damn time. I am the Esteban Serrano.
I'm Juan.
I'm Zach. I'm back.
And Zach is back.
Zach Attack is back.
I was on vacation last week, people.
Uh-huh.
My absence was described a little shadily.
Shadily?
I don't know. I just thought you were in Miami. When you
Let me
said
point
Miami.
out, too, I'm the only person in this room who was at all of the first 20, I think, not 8 shows.
Wait, really?
No, it's
No?
not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
I'm the only. I was.
Oh, yeah. I missed one because I was away for 1 week.
Zach,
No, I was away for 2.
Zach, you were always not there.
What are you talking?
You are the most not there of all of us, I think.
So
We'll go back and check.
Actually, no. It's probably between
I'm
y'all
looking
two.
forward to seeing what kind of prize you guys make for me. Can't wait.
You want the participation award?
I want you guys to focus, do some arts and crafts, and give me something nice and homemade.
Hella macaronis.
All right.
Anyway, so we finally got Frank Ocean.
Times two.
We're gonna times 2 exactly. So we're gonna jump into that, of course. And Juan talked to Joey Badass.
Yes, I did.
So we're gonna roll in that audio so you guys can hear that. And we also got to talk about the Black Mamba.
Mhm.
Kobe Bryant got his own damn day, y'all. Celebrate. So we're going to keep this one a little shorter. We're going to dive more in depth into these topics so that, for your listening pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see how many ways Juan can say he's not really interested in Frank.
Interested in what?
Frank Ocean.
It's not. You know what it is, man? And I guess let's just get into it since we
Let's
already
go.
brought it up. Like I said when we talked about it last, I feel like it's been hyped up so much it didn't matter what he did, that it was going to just not meet expectations because it's been so long and so many pushes. I saw your reaction to it when it dropped.
Mhm.
You were the one who let me know it dropped because I didn't even know. I just saw your Twitter that it had dropped. I'm like, oh, shit, he put it out today. And then I listened to it. I went through it once.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, not bad, but it wasn't this fucking thing that everybody was exploding about.
Now, what did you think about Nostalgia Ultra Channel Orange?
No, I love Channel Orange. I have the disc at home. Like, I like it.
Right.
Fan of it.
But that one took not a long time, but a lot of times to figure out. For me, it did.
I mean, yeah, I would agree with that.
Nostalgia Ultra so far has been the only one that right away there's just hits and Channel Orange was like that too, but I was online working the night Channel Orange came out, which was the original surprise release, by the way. It never gets credited that way. He dropped it a week
point.
early in the middle of the night, and I just in a I bought it on iTunes spontaneously, and I just didn't know what to make of it. And there were definitely things I like, it's easy to Pyramids immediately or Sweet Life.
Yes.
But this one is the same, man. It's you have to learn how to speak the language of the album, kind of. It's a conceptual project, he...
Right.
Is it that conceptual?
The thing is, you're coming into his world to listen to his album.
Right.
There's always weird-ass interludes.
Which I love. I love that his mom is always dropping some knowledge.
Yeah.
I really always love that.
Sluggish, lazy, unconcerned.
Her, do not be smoking weed
Yeah.
and cocaine unless the doctor prescribes it, because then it is regulated.
Yeah.
I love
That's
that.
actually a good piece of advice.
Then
Yeah,
the next
man.
song is about him doing acid and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Listen, what
So
I
what do
love
you think? You got something to say?
for I got 2 points to make. One, the hype I felt that built up to it, I felt the best way for him to kind of deliver on the hype was to deliver 2 projects.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
true. That's a good point.
So, I mean, I feel like the visual album, and then a day later we get the real album, I felt like, wow, Frank, you made it worth our wait. That's number one. Number two, I love that Blonde is right in the vein of Channel Orange with the weird, where are we going, what are we doing, kind of discovering what's going on in the album, but keeping it consistent with the skits and the songs that aren't very long, the songs that blend into each other. Like, I loved the continuation of it. I didn't want him to do anything different. I didn't want him to experiment, like bringing in other artists and doing all of this over-the-top stuff. I really appreciated that he's built a sound for himself, and it's been consistent from Nostalgia Ultra to where it is now. Now the albums are their own individual pieces of work, but it's always been the same quality, and it's always been, like you said, going into Frank's world, listening to his stuff, not him putting out what's going to be spun on radio or what's going to hit Billboard or any of that stuff. So
I guess that's why, because I was like what you just said, I was like, yeah, this is what we're accustomed to. That's why I was just like, I like it because I like all the other shit. I like it. Right. But it wasn't anything that kind of moved me or was like, oh shit, like this is some, like, he's taking it to another Frank level that we have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're visiting the same place we've been to before. And that's fine because, he does. And that's fucking great because I'm a big believer in, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Use what you got you to the dance and all those other sport cliches. But yeah, like the way people were hyping up and the way you described it so eloquently on Twitter, I was like, oh shit, like he probably brought some like, just fucking some new shit or just redevelop something.
I don't even remember what I said. I didn't realize I was tweeting that much.
No, it was like one or two tweets, but it was
But
good
I
enough
guess
that
I
it made
nailed
me
it. Crushed it with those
that I went to
tweets.
check it out. Do you guys think that he did the double album thing to like kind of quell the complaints of the pushing back and not saying anything about it?
So I read an article earlier today. I want to say it was on Hip Hop DX about his beef with Def Jam and how the visual album was his way out of Def Jam. That was the only thing he needed to do to complete his deal with Def Jam, which is why the very next day Blonde came out.
And Blonde is an independent release.
And Blonde is his independent release.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And Blonde is the album that everyone's focusing on.
Yeah.
It was like that. The visual album was wild, visual, okay, cool. But okay, this is the third album. This is the true follow-up to Channel Orange. So it was a real like bleep you to Def Jam, which makes me think that that's what took so long, is that he wanted to really make sure all of these ducks were in a row so he can be like, bleep you, Def Jam.
It also could have been that he was working on Blonde without letting anyone know that he was working on Blonde.
I'm sure.
Because they didn't want it to get back to Def Jam, that he had a fucking album he was going to put out that they were going to profit from. So
exactly. I'm sure that's what
and
it
that actually
was.
makes sense why he was so quiet about it. Because we were talking about, like,
Say something to him.
albums get pushed back all the time, but God, like, give me a comment. At least a
right.
no comment. Just
Yeah.
like nothing. So now it makes...
I read too though that Apple Music or New York Times were directly responsible for it not coming out on time.
Really?
Because they published that story and he got like spooked.
Holy shit.
Wow.
That was from like a reputable source too. I don't remember who, but I don't know what you're saying, Esteban, with like the technicalities and Def Jam and stuff, that's for sure. But what you're saying, Juan, about like why did he do it and what's he thinking, I have no idea. Although I loved people's tweets about him being like, here are two things, now you won't see me again for
like
10
15
years.
years. Yeah.
Exactly.
But
I hope it's not that long.
yeah, but I mean, one thing that I want to say up front about Frank is like what the anticipation is about, I think, is more about just seeing what he is going to do and just hearing more from this person more than anything about songs or an album. It's like, it's like when Kendrick or Bon Iver, for me and for a lot of people, it's just like somebody who their creativity is like they're so committed and it's so unique. You just want to see what they're gonna do. It might not even be. It's kind of like To Pimp a Butterfly. Everybody loved that album, but I know there's a lot of people who love that album that don't listen to it all the time because it's also. They love it, but they also respect it maybe even more, and just getting that glimpse. And
That's a good frame.
And then just one other thing I wanted to say was like, and this is a little bit of an analogy here, but okay, I did chorus for a really long time, from when I was in like 5th grade through college. I did
You did what?
like chorus, like
singing, bro.
like choir.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
In
We
the
called
choir,
it
Choir. Choir's got kind
We
of
called
like
it chorus.
choir's got kind of.
That's
a
what he just
churchy-
Oh, I
called
thought
it.
he called it something else. My bad. Carry on.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I thought I completely heard
So-
another word.
No, bro. We called it chorus.
But once I did it in college, it was an all men's chorus, and it was like students, community members, faculty. And somebody said to us after our concert, you guys are the best of like the 5 groups at your school because you are all here because you want to be here and because you're having fun and because you're smiling when you're up there, and it shows through. And
yeah.
I bring all that up to say, like, Frank is like that for me. He just sounds like he's having a lot of fun and like he's still making this shit in his bedroom.
Right.
Just because he likes to, and he likes to like work out a story. He likes to get high and put random shit together.
Right.
It doesn't sound like he's doing any of this because he has to. It all sounds like, and not fun in the terms of like these are, you know, the peppiest songs, but just fun. Like it just sounds like this guy's loving what he's doing so much and so independently.
You know what I always liked about him? When he does the weird, like all the shit that you were just talking about, it's like you said, it's just him bringing out his creativity, as opposed to, in my opinion, when like Odd Future first came out and Tyler's stuff, where I feel you're just doing weird and wacky shit just for the sake of doing weird and wacky shit. You're like the Adult Swim of fucking rap. There's no method behind it. There's no symbolism behind it. It's just, let's just do some weird shit just for the sake of doing weird shit. Whereas opposed like Frank and like even people like Kanye, like people who take chances on like creative shit, like Crit, all that kind. They're doing it because they see a vision that they want to share, not just because let's just do this crazy shit just for the sake of doing this crazy shit. Because I feel that's where some artists get trapped, where they do shit no apparent reason at all, just to make noise, and then
Kanye does that.
I don't know why.
I mean, he does, but it works.
Yeah.
I'm reminded right now of when Dave Chappelle plays that comedian who like just smashes watermelons and shit like
Gallagher?
that. Gallagher. I don't know why, for some reason, your interpretation of early Odd Future for me resulted in a vision of Dave Chappelle being Gallagher. But it was just like, like they were definitely all over the place. Fart jokes, just trying.
It was
make
fun to
people
like,
laugh, and it was fun.
It was fun to watch,
and it was talent.
But there was nothing. I don't like. And the best time is the Adult Swim, because sometimes I'll watch something on Adult Swim and I'm like, that's funny and all, but like, why?
What the fuck?
Like, where's the symbolism, or where's the motivation?
You're not high enough.
Yeah, that's probably it. I'm not high enough.
100% sure
that might be it. But you could tell some things are like just for the sake of just being fucking crazy.
Yeah, I feel that way about the Endless a little bit and the way he did it, and like again, that's just he wants it to be his vision and whatever. But that's the thing that came out, 4 years and 1 month after Channel Orange, and I'm like, for my first time, I'm not going to sit here and watch him do this for 45 minutes. I'm just going to listen to it. And it sounded all echoey and like it's in a warehouse. And, I can't see what songs are happening. It was just it was frustrating. But now I've gotten my hands on like the individual track by track version, which is not readily available. And that's nice. Like you have to work for it a tiny bit to get it, but then you go from having a 17 song Blonde to also having an 18 song Endless, and you've got 35 not songs they'll say, but tracks. You've got like probably 25 like songs in there. So
I wonder how Def Jam feels about all this.
I'm sure that they're livid. I mean, if I do suggest you read this DX piece, because they go back a ways back to some tweets that Frank put out, pissed off, like straight up saying F Def Jam and how dare you, sign young artists, and you try to ruin their careers. Something along those lines. Like he was vocally.
Do you know when it was?
I don't.
No.
I want, for some reason in
like
my
really
mind it's sticking out
or...
2011 for some reason, but maybe it wasn't around then.
Wow.
But then maybe it was before because Def Jam signed him as a songwriter, not as an artist at first. Yeah. So like, I don't know. He's always been having some weird back and forths with Def Jam. I think it was around the time he dropped Nostalgia Ultra.
Right. That's what I was wondering.
Around that time. So like the history is deep, and I don't know. I feel like he's been planning this for a long time.
Well, when you say you wonder how Def Jam feels, we'll say an unnamed major label I read today is allegedly not letting any of its artists do streaming exclusives anymore. They're done. They're over it. So
we knew that. We spoke about that maybe 3 or 4 episodes in on this podcast.
Thank God if they do. Like, everybody please follow suit.
Right.
Unless it's Dat Piff exclusive.
Right. Like,
that's it.
We knew the shoe was going to drop because the artists, labels aren't making any money from these things. And
it's getting to the point where it's like, why do you need labels again? Because I understood it back even when the independent movement was just beginning. Nowadays, Do you really? You don't. I don't think you do. If your shit is good, I don't think you really need a label anymore.
Especially labels that are so machine, and they don't. They treat every artist like the same. Will push you through our same, conveyor belt. Those labels aren't really going to benefit an independent artist who gets on their radar because they already have an established fan base and buzz. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, if your goal is to be Justin Bieber, then you might need a label. But if your goal is to be Frank Ocean, then you probably don't.
Because look at these artists like we interview all the time. Like they started as Vine people, YouTube people, and then artists labels snatch them up and then put them out. But you could probably kept on going doing the YouTube Vine thing. So
yeah, I mean, then you would have owned all of your stuff, and you wouldn't have to split it and all of that fun stuff.
Rap talk. What do you guys think of that Andre 3000 minute of fury? Did you not hear it enough yet?
I didn't hear it enough. And with him, you have to hear that shit a couple of times.
Dude, Andre 3000 it's like when you go to the supermarket and you go to the frozen aisle and you get that can of orange juice that you have to put into a pitcher and then pour all the water on top to make orange juice. Like his verses are so concentrated. Like not even every bar, like every word in the bar, you have to sit with it and digest. 3000, man. He is one of, if not the greatest when it comes to being a wordsmith.
And he's always saying something, too, in all these guest verses from the last few years. It's never just come on and do a fun rap verse. He's like, making observations, talking about his life.
Every time I hear him rap, I always wonder what he was wearing when he rapped.
Oh my god!
Just because
that is hysterical.
Seeing all of everyone who knows,
he's not dressing like that in normal days.
You don't know that.
I'm 1,000% sure.
No, I think he is.
I think he is too.
Mascot bottoms and shoulder pads.
No, I don't think he's wearing that, but I do feel like he's probably wearing like some obscure shirt that humans probably don't wear in this side of the world, with some pants that have no excuse to be worn, but somehow he's pulling it off, dropping these fucking dope ass rhymes. So
that might now get into my head every time too.
I know now it's like, what was Andre wearing? I would love to see a listicle of the things Andre was wearing when he recorded such iconic verses. Anyway, talk about this interview that you did.
Yes, please.
Yeah, man. So Joey Bada stopped by the Fuse office to do an interview last week, and I took the opportunity to talk about Mr. Robot because, as I've made it no secret on this podcast, that is my show. Like, that's probably my favorite show. That and The Night Of. But yeah, man, I just wanted to talk to him about this part that he plays, and that show. For some reason, it's very polarizing now because a lot of people either like it or hate it. For some reason, I don't know.
It seems like season 2 people are some backlash,
and I don't know why. I fucking love it. But yeah, man, we talked about the part he plays, and he didn't want to give it away because the day he was here was when the latest episode was coming out last week, and he didn't want to. He saw that I was a fan, so he's like, "Dude, I'm not gonna tell you because today's episode is like a big time reveal," and it fucking was, and it delivered in my eyes. The internet didn't think so. So yeah, man, we talked about that. Working with Craig Robinson and Rami, and some of the scenes where he gets very philosophical and. How he prepared. So, yeah, we made the best of our time. He had to get out of here quick. But, yeah, that's pretty much all we talked about.
Can't wait to hear it.
Damn right.
Well, you ain't got to wait no more. Here it is.
All right, so I'm here with Joey Badass, and I've made no secret on the podcast that Mr. Robot is my favorite show, so I'm happy to have you on. So first thing I want to ask you is, you play Leon. Tell me about this character, man, and like how hard it was or how easy it was to step into this role.
Well, for me, it's like I'm discovering new things about Leon with the world. Like every single episode, I'm like, wow, I'm learning new things about this character. And, as the season progresses as well, everyone will feel the same way that I do. But this guy, he's like, he's really mysterious and, he's philosophical and whatnot. But I think he might be up to something. Like, I think he has a hidden agenda. That's my take on him.
So as we're recording this, today's Wednesday, and the new episode comes out today. I think it's episode 8 or 7 or something like
I
that.
believe it's 7.
It's 7, and you telling us like shit's going down today. We're gonna find out a lot of new shit. So without giving it away, or maybe you can give it away because this is gonna air it later. Tell me about the episode and what we can expect.
Well, I don't want to give it away because you're such a huge fan.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
this
not
is
gonna do it to
true.
you.
See, I wasn't even thinking about myself.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it to you. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. But what you can expect is a huge surprise if there's anything to expect.
Right. Now, finally, like there's these scenes that you have at the diner, man, with Rami, who plays Elliot on the show. The philosophical scene talking about chess and all that stuff. Like, tell me about shooting those scenes because they look very intimate and very dialogue heavy. So tell me about shooting those.
It's funny. We shot all of the diner scenes in one day.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so even diner scenes you haven't seen yet, we all shot it in one day. Like, that's how it works. Like, when you got one location, you knock everything you got to do there for the whole season in that one location. So, I mean, it was a lot. And that was also my first day on the set as well.
Oh, damn.
First day on the set, I was there for 16 hours, had 16 outfit changes, and a whole lot of dialogue.
And they threw you straight into it.
Yeah, right into it. It was like no type of preparation.
Damn.
Like right into it. So it was pretty intense for me. But yeah, like I'm a rapper, so as far as memorizing lines, easy.
Even like, cause some of them are like deep,
Lengthy,
like
yeah.
the Seinfeld one too, like with the back, like that whole shit.
Yeah.
Like, tell me about. Were you a fan of Seinfeld? Did you watch it for this scene?
I literally just watched it for this show. I've seen Seinfeld like come on TV like when I was younger, and I just always used to change the channel. Like I was too focused on like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Martin, and stuff like that. I didn't really get into Seinfeld, but I did watch I did binge watch like 3 episodes of Seinfeld just so I knew what I was talking about on the show, and it's pretty hilarious.
And that specific episode, the one you talk about,
it's like I couldn't. I'm glad it took me this long to watch Seinfeld because as a kid I would have not been able to understand the humor.
I completely agree. And now when you see it and you catch it, it's new to you.
Yeah, it's like, oh wow, this is pretty funny. Like as a kid I would have been so lost.
Word. Yeah. Now finally, man, tell me about working with the cast, man. So, working with Rami, who's amazing on the show, and Sam, the creator, like Craig Robinson's in it, and he's like showing another dimension to his fucking repertoire, man. Tell me about working with that cast.
Slater as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the whole cast, is star-studded, is super elite. So I was just trying to do my best to make sure I'm at their level or better, Like, it was just, they were really supportive, though. They gave me a lot of advice, especially Christian Slater. He really and Rami, they made me feel really comfortable. Like, and then me and Craig, our dressing room was always next to each other.
That's
so
dope.
We were always joking around.
He looks like such a cool dude, too.
Nah, he's a super cool dude. Super funny, obviously. It's hilarious.
That's what's up, man. Hey, man, thanks a lot for joining us, man.
No problem.
Everybody tune in because I'm a fan, but I legit think it's the best show going on TV right now.
Yeah, a lot of people saying that, man. I'm glad to be a part of it. That's it.
Cool, man. Thanks for stopping by, man.
No problem.
Cool.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so Juan's favorite city, one of Juan's favorite cities, Los Angeles, has named August the 24th, 8/24, 2 Kobe Bryant numbers. Kobe Bryant Day.
Got it.
Love it.
You love it.
Well, I'm a big Kobe fan, so.
You are a big Kobe fan. I forgot about
I love
that.
Kobe.
Everybody gets the day off work nationwide.
No, it's like one of those days where it's like National Pancake Day where you're just like, oh, that's cool.
Right.
And then you go about your day and don't think about it again.
I think everybody in the city probably wears some
Probably, yeah.
purple and gold.
I mean, I think it's well deserved, no? The dude brought championships. He was the face of the franchise.
First of all, he's from Philadelphia, so he deserves his own day. Period. Right? Second of all, what he did for the city of Los Angeles, 5 championships, I don't know how many trips to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the kid is amazing.
He was a killer on that court, man.
He was, come on, ice water flowing through the veins.
I've said it forever. If there's the comparison between LeBron and Jordan, you just have to fucking stop. Because the only player that has come close to anything Jordan-esque has been fucking Kobe.
Wow. I couldn't
Hands
agree with
down.
you more.
Because LeBron and Jordan are they're two different. Number one, they're two different players I mean, you just look at them, their fucking body, like they're
Body
just fucking
type's
different
completely
humans.
different, right?
Mhm.
They wear the
Kobe-
same number.
We're the same number, yeah. But Kobe is just the amount of game-winning shots he fucking hit
Right.
in playoffs, regular season, his competitiveness. Like, it's so. There's a lot of parallels between Kobe and Jordan. You know, the way their teammates loved him, but they hated him at the same time because he was the player that he was and the personality. But that was the formula to his success and why they were so successful. My favorite thing about him is just, you know, there's a lot of people, not even in sports, but just in any medium, where when it's crunch time, they fold and they don't want anything. They don't want the ball, so to speak, right?
Right. And LeBron had those moments.
He did have those moments. Some would say he still has them once in a while today.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe wanted that fucking ball.
Right.
And he didn't give a shit whether he missed and got ridiculed for it or he hit it and won the game and then the next day is the next game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to admire that shit. All the other shit off the court is all the other shit off the court.
Right.
On the
Now-
court, fucking beast.
Aside from the off the court stuff, the on the court thing that I have a problem with is a lot of those ugly Adidas that he came out with. I think that's the only blemish.
He made up for him with them Kobe's, though.
The
With Nike.
Nikes, but there's some of them Adidas that are just terrible.
Think they should take back the holiday?
I think no.
For the ideas.
But the Adidas were terrible in early Kobe life, which kind of brings me to a wild card conversation about these
Please
James
don't say
Harden.
Oh, my Lord.
So for those of you out there who don't know, please
And in
elaborate,
here.
Juan, David.
For those, i.e. Zach. James Harden. Do you know James Harden?
I know the name.
Okay, James Harden plays for the Houston Rockets. They just dropped like a photo of the sneakers, his signature Adidas shoe, and it is. Can you show Zach? Can you bring it up on your thing and show
I
Zach?
will do it right
They're
now.
they're like triple black, but there is like no style to them at all.
Mhm.
You know when you like, you go to Applebee's, you go to Chili's, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're eating and then you got to go to the bathroom. You go to the bathroom. You run into one of the Chili's cooks from the back because, the doors are next to each other.
Okay.
You look at his feet, those are the shoes he's wearing. Those black, like,
Restaurant shoes,
Re-
yeah.
restaurant
Oh,
shoes?
yeah, wow. Those are a little fuzzier maybe, but
a little bit. But, like,
Shit.
there's no style to them whatsoever. It's just weird.
are you
Like,
supposed to be able to play in these too?
yeah, so you could play on the court and then go cook some
mean,
fucking food afterwards.
If it's a
The
snowy
sole-
day and you
the
got to play on the
sole-
court? Wow.
Like
But-
the heel looks like an air bubble.
That
Like,
is the best.
It does. It looks like a galosh, or like a welly, like one of
Nice.
those all-purpose
you know what
winter boots.
it looks? I used to work at a pharmacy when I was in college.
Oh
When like the senior citizens would come in to get their stuff,
God.
they would all wear those just like black generic shoes.
Good support.
Yeah, like if those shit, if James Harden shits had Velcro, it'd be a wrap. Like they'd be
Oh,
like
wow.
the fucking, But yeah, as you can imagine, the internet is like going in.
Yeah, but I think and this is my opinion, right? At least this is what I'm hoping. First of all, just looking at it, it looks like it was the Pantone swatch they took was the one that matches his beard, which is kind of gross, the colorway.
Yeah, it's weird.
Anyway, I'm thinking that in light of the Steph Curry horrible shoe that came out that everyone went squirrel shit about, I think that they might have leaked this to get feedback.
Like a,
Not like this is the official, because they can deny this wasn't real.
Yeah.
This is not even our shoe. Doesn't look anything like this. And then behind the scenes, like, oh shit, scrap it. Let's go to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
this is too ugly to be true.
We'll see.
This is hideous.
But it also got a lot of attention, it sounds like, too. So maybe that.
In a bad way. This is brand damaging content right here.
All press is good press sometimes.
they're almost as bad as his defense. Oh,
No, they
right?
might be worse.
Hate
Yeah,
that dude's
They might
defense.
be worse. At
Zach's
least he's
like-
there on defense.
Zach's like, yup.
Did you guys watch any Olympic basketball? Is that something?
Not much.
You
No.
can't call it basketball one. Actually, no, because the USA was not walking through everybody. There were some
Right.
games where they were ugly, but they won. No, not really. I watched a couple of minutes of some of the games that were on, but
Mhm.
yeah, no.
No, I'm not interested
Mm.
whatsoever. And
Yeah.
I would love on that note, really quick, and we can wrap this up. We talked about this earlier in reference to the gold medals. DeAndre Jordan and
Oh, God.
Carmelo Anthony both said that winning a gold medal was more important than winning an NBA championship, which to us is hilarious because the level of competition in the
Right.
NBA so far supersedes that
And
in the
the
gold.
two who said that are the ones that have no championships.
And, and doesn't look like they're getting one
And
in
it
their
doesn't look
careers.
like they're getting one,
Oh.
unfortunately for my Knicks.
I could see it though too. Olympics are only every 4 years, you know.
But
Yeah,
you're not
but you're
playing
A lot of
competition.
people get an NBA title on their resume, you know. Not that many people get a gold medal on it.
No, I would argue the exact opposite.
I mean,
I
see what you're
not
going
a gold medal basketball.
but like you know what, Zach? I think the point you're making is the 12th man on the Warriors,
Uh-huh.
Is
who
a
probably
champion.
plays garbage time
Not
for the
even
whole
the
season.
12th man, the 20th.
Yeah,
man.
gets
Yeah,
gets
those
a
are all
ring, gets a
champions,
chip, and
Right.
he's never gonna get Olympic gold medal.
Yo,
Right.
shout out to DJ Irie, who is the official DJ of the Miami Heat. I think he has 3 rings.
The fucking
The official DJ.
So yeah, and you know, just patriotism, and I'm sure they get real wrapped up in the emotions.
My
down
thing
there
is
and-
like that's something you're supposed to do.
right.
You're winning like if you don't win a gold medal,
It's,
Right.
it's
It's
like
just-
it's like
you think
the,
it's-
it's like
yeah,
the
okay.
Olympics for the USA basketball team.
It's
presented by Geico.
yeah.
It's
the,
what you do.
It's the epitome of you had one job. Your job is to go there, play basketball, win a gold medal, and come back home.
And win by
that's
50
it.
points in
So-
every game.
Every game.
This is weird. They would say shit like that.
Anyway, I think I already know the answer to this question, and I'm pretty sure it's unanimous. But what are you listening to this weekend?
Are you gonna do Frank Ocean anymore?
Yeah, I think I think I owe it to.
I can
myself.
tell you some standouts if you want to. I would say everybody should listen to the song Solo and then the solo
And the
reprise
reprise,
with
yeah.
Andre. Yeah. But yeah, I'll listen to more Frank. I kind of feel like I'm ODing on it a little too fast.
You know,
I am ODing on it a little too
Mr.
fast. Yeah, I just
a month and a half straight of Kanye.
more even. But also, yeah, Bon Iver 2 Fridays ago
Bon
debuted
Iver.
his/their new album at his/their Wisconsin festival, and I've got a bootleg of that, and it's really good. So
Oh, you
that's
can't
what I
say
that's
that
what
shit
I
out
keep.
loud, bro.
Well, I got it off YouTube, so it's pretty.
People can't see
Pretty-
you
it's
win,
pretty
bro.
readily available.
Can't see you win. Well, so I'm switching between those two, and also just trying to find any other music to put in the middle.
Word. Well, I'm Frank. I'm diving in the ocean. Pause. That's where I'll be.
Cool.
All right. Well, this has been episode 30.
I think so.
The 30th episode
Yep.
of the Back of the Class podcast. So if you made it to this point in the show, then you already need to be subscribed
Mm-hmm.
and get this directly to your device every Thursday.
Yeah.
Ooh,
What?
new Metallica music came out. That's what I was hyped for.
Oh yeah, that song was good.
And I think they released another peak of their second
Oh,
song.
cool.
Anyway, I had to throw it out
I'm
there 'cause
ready, I'm
a
ready. The
huge
last album
Metallica
was
fan.
good.
And I really dig the new one they got.
All right.
Because it's very they went back to the roots with more thrashy, more
I liked the last album. That
heavier.
felt back to the roots to me.
yeah, dude. So
right.
I had to throw it in there. I'm sorry. I know
Esteban
we're predominantly hip hop.
Not even
but
predominantly. We are exclusively hip
Esteban
hop.
looks
I'm
bringing
sorry. He's bringing up Bon Iver.
He doesn't know who James Harden is. You
That's
don't
true.
have any excuses. He's heard the name. He wears the
But it's
shoes.
Metallica.
I'm just kidding. Peace.
All right.
Later.